you don't feel safe with someone, does that mean it's not the right person? Okay, there's a couple different ways to approach the answer to that. Feeling safe with someone, look, it might be an instantaneous thing. Like, I felt pretty darn safe with James immediately. I felt that. And feeling safe was an experience that was built upon experience after experience, and the trust was built upon experience after experience. So, you know, when someone does what they say they're going to do again and again and again, we're building trust. When they can hold space for us again and again and again, we're building trust. So we're building safety in that trust. So you might not feel safe immediately, but that's an experience perhaps to be created, and to allow that experience to evolve and develop, you know. Like, I feel safer now with James than I ever did when I first met him, because we've got like just body of evidence upon evidence upon evidence upon evidence that I can trust him and I can feel safe with him. So does it mean it's the wrong person? Well, maybe you just need to give it a chance in the first instance. Interestingly, I was on a coaching call earlier, and I was speaking with this client who was in a program I ran last year called Daring and Mighty Love. So, and she's calling in her soulmate. She's now dating this guy, and we were joking, and I always joke about this. It's like doing this deep inner work now, preparing to call in your soulmate. Like, this is big work. Then you meet them, and then the work really begins, because that's when you start, like I was saying before, you know, start practicing your vulnerability. You start practicing speaking your truth. You know, you go to a whole other new level. And we were discussing about the importance of her in these early stages of dating, where she is deciding if he's safe. She's deciding, can she trust him? She's just getting to know him. She feels like she can. That's why she's going on, you know, I don't know what date number they're up to now, but they're continuing to date. So she's sensing that he's safe and she can trust him. But what is bringing her a sense of deep safety and trust is her repeatedly getting the courage up to speak her truth. So if he sends her a text, she's not too sure about it. She's not really sure what it means, and it could mean something that's like really quite shocking, or it could be just, you know, a misinterpretation. You know, rather than going like spinning off into, oh my God, I can't trust him, I'm pushing him away, he's not the one, like just doing what she might have done once upon a time, is to protect herself and just reject and push away under the guise of, well, you know, I can't trust him. Instead of that, she is practicing the skill of speaking her truth and saying how it felt for her when she read that message, or when he behaved in that way that made me feel X, Y, Z. And she's learning to share with him, and how he responds is helping to build trust between them. Every time he responds as an empowered man and doesn't react as a disempowered man, they're building trust, and so the relationship is developing. But what's really beautiful to notice is what else she is practicing is the ability to say how she thinks and feels vulnerably without fear of being rejected, because that's our greatest fear as humans, isn't it? That we're going to end up alone. Like, rejection is a big reason why a lot of women don't, or men don't even want to date. They don't want to go out and try again because they're scared of rejection. But she's approaching it, and this is the case with several of my clients right now. They're approaching the dating from a place of curiosity, and it's a container within which they can practice being the empowered woman, because they're just learning how now. You know, they're learning to show up in the world in a completely different way. So everything feels new. They're practicing. And so when, in this client's case, when she was speaking her truth about this text message that came through, it was from a place of curiosity, because it's like, well, if he reacts badly to me asking the question, if he reacts to how I'm feeling in a way that doesn't make me feel safe, that's really good information. because what it's done is show me, it's building a picture that maybe he isn't my guy. And that's good information to have, because if it's not him, it's someone else. So the sooner I find out, the better, right? But the only way we find out is by speaking our truth and being courageous and showing up in that way, being vulnerable. But the depths to which we practice our vulnerability will shift as the relationship evolves. It will go deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, so you're not going to throw yourself all in completely vulnerable on date number one. Like, that would be kind of weird as well, right? For him too.